You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, and streaming live on Ustream, this is AFTERBUZZ TV for the Young and the Restless. We'll break down the week's episodes and get you all the latest Young and the Restless news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, picking up where the show leaves off and the buzz continues, it's AFTERBUZZ TV for the Young and the Restless.
What's happening, AFTERBUZZers? This actually sounds a little bit loud. Am I too loud over there, Street Doctor? There we go. It sounds like we're back in the house. What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Brookshire, and we are exclusively back in the house like we do every Sunday at 3:15. That's West Coast time, exactly. We are here for the Young and the Restless recaps. And do you know that this has been an amazing week? It has been everything that we predicted. It's been a little bit of that and a little bit of this. And so I'm just almost overwhelmed a little bit with it. So we're going to go straight into who we have in the house. Like always, without any further ado, all the way from Chicago on the phone line, we have the one and the only, my Granny Z. How you doing, Granny Z? How you doing?
I'm fine. How you guys doing?
We are doing so good, Granny Z. I just want to tell you the good news, and this goes out to everybody. We are definitely on the top 10 downloads also on the OWN. So everybody make sure you check out OWN next show as well. So we're on the top 10 downloads. So we thank everyone for tuning in to OWN and definitely tuning in to our Y&R recap. So I just want to make sure that I put that out there. Isn't that awesome, Granny Z? We doing things
great
here.
News. Wow.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Well, congratulations to everyone. So how's the weather out there right now? Is it cold enough for you?
Well, it's cold, but it's wintertime in Chicago.
Yeah, it's wintertime in Chicago.
Yes, finally, we have wintertime in Chicago. It's okay.
Right. So get back to normal. As people out there shoveling and getting back to work, because I know last week we were messing with people's dollars. You know,
yes.
I wasn't for show.
Yes.
Good to go.
Right. So
good to go.
It's cold and it's shoveled and putting out the salt and all of that. And we know it's wintertime in Chicago.
Wonderful. So also, we always have in the house lately, Street Doctor, Dr. Phil. What's going on, brother? Thank you for coming in the house with us. What's that?
Hello,
glad
Dr.
to be here.
Phil. Street Dr. Phil.
Street Dr. Phil is in the house for another week of the Y&R recap show. I appreciate you, man. How's it been over there, man? How was your week?
It's been good. I love listening to you guys, so I enjoy doing the show, from this side of it. And,
I appreciate
just listening to you guys.
Well, we appreciate you making us look good. So thank you, brother, for that one. So without any further ado, everyone, we're going to take you straight in. Granny Z, are you ready to go straight into the topics? Okay, so
I'm ready.
Let me just ask, and I always do this, if you were going to give a theme of this week's surprises of shows, and not necessarily the prize, what would you say the theme of this week would be for you, Granny Z?
Well, actually, the thing for this week would be wow. Because I'm like, they've taken us from one event to another, and I'm like, wow, what? Exciting.
Right. Yeah, it is definitely exciting. So I just want to go straight into what is going down with Deacon. Like, I know he's supposed to be exiting soon, but he's really like, it's like one side of it seems like he really does care for Nikki, and then, genuinely, but then the other side, it seems like he was blackmailing her, and then, like, what's going on, in your opinion, Granny?
Well, Deacon really set Nikki up, He really, at first I was thinking, he was, but you have to go back to the housekeeper that Victor and them had and how
Maggie.
Nick back to drinking in the rehab.
Right.
So all along, I think he was trying to see what would benefit him money-wise.
Right.
He cared for, maybe for a lady, but as the show, as this week and the others, when we just spending her money like water,
right.
It's that it was all to his benefit.
Right, definitely. Because, I mean, They never showed the part about Diane and Deacon in a sexual relationships. They never showed any of that.
Like I said, that's why I said, wow. They was trying to make the connection, and then that was like, I didn't see that one coming.
No.
I figured he was a crook, and they was gonna, with Victor being as smart, he's the man. But I was showing Diane and Deacon in the bed like that. But Patty putting that on the windshield, he's talented, and that's, I think, where Adam feels that he won't be in that job long because he won't be able to keep Patty under control. Because, see, they still have to find out where did their medication come from, how did, and Victor, Roman, when he was interviewing a Deacon, all that he was bringing up. Deacon, when I was down, oh, yes, I'm guilty of that, but come on, I don't know, about that knitting in the pillows. So it's still a lot of drama for us to foresee.
Okay, so let's just go back now. On Friday, they showed the tape with, let's go into the Nikki situation and the Diane on the tape.
Okay.
Now, they showed two versions. Now, I thought this was kind of funny because already Nikki was horrible, feeling like she killed Diane, right? So then Ronan comes in and then shows another tape that makes it look even worse.
Well, you see, Roman he had followed Nikki to the dock out there.
Right.
So when he saw the wind blowing, he reached in and there was the other tapes out there. Now, if he wasn't able to show the tapes where Deacon had splashed them together, Nikki would have been like, oh, I killed her. But then she was in self-defense trying to get away from it. Now, I had no idea that Diane had the needle, so that was like, wow.
Like, where did that come from? And then that makes me almost think, then why would Diane have the needle? She wasn't expecting Nikki, because Nikki came from the situation. Like, why would she have the needle? Then why would Patty have the needle trying to set up? It just is starting to confuse me a little bit with the needle, because I was for sure thinking that Nikki took the needle and stabbed Diane. That's what it looked like. Until Ronan was just like, no, you were self-defense. And Nikki was just like, yeah, I was.
Well,
you're right.
Because she ran away. She was trying to get away from Diane, but we still have to figure out. Adam is in there deep someplace, now, and we just have to figure out, the needle and all. See, that's a twist of the story,
Yeah,
like
you're absolutely right.
Ooh, I wouldn't have paced that part together.
No, it definitely threw me.
Going to bring Diane and Nikki in a different way,
right?
But he splashed the tapes and all of that, and so that's where it's going to take the investigation further into. There's somebody else involved, and there's just going to come Patty and Adam, And Adam, I really. Well, what do you think? What is your take? Nikki got to the jail and they said, I do.
Okay, perfect.
And I was thinking, oh, gosh, she's going to have an accident on the way.
Perfect timing.
And blah, blah, blah. But she made it to the jail.
Right.
Of course, they can have that, I don't know.
Perfect
a Sharon, bless
timing.
her heart.
And then it showed in the little recap that Sharon was talking junk, like, you're married to a bartender and you're an alcoholic, like talking junk to Nikki. But like, Sharon crazy self actually went through with it. It was just, what I don't understand was what else would she need, being that Victor already is doing any and everything he can from. Why would she want to be his wife? That's the only thing I don't quite understand. Maybe she heard rumors of all these women wanting to marry him, and so she wanted to try it.
That's just plain greed. That's like power. You have to think, coming from lowly, well, I guess you would say across the track person, and they writing her in, and she's had so many problems, mind-wise and what have you. So this is power. And then, as you know, in life yourself, the more a person like go left, you want to go right. So it's like everybody's down on a why with you and all of that. So I can be the most powerful woman in.
That is, you know what? Now that you're looking at it that way,
powerful.
You absolutely right, and that's how he put it to her. Like, you can be, and she's looking like, well, shoot, these other women, they didn't take full advantage of it. Why not me? Why shouldn't I take? I know this man. I done been around the loops with him also. So
right, but I still think I can't understand. Well, the daughter's young. Faith is young.
Right.
But I can't understand how she thinks her son will take it. I mean, you know, she's making excuses for it, but I think sometimes you just have to draw a line. But
you're right. She said she talked to her mom.
That's Sharon.
She said she talked to her mom, and then she talked to Noah, and they both chewed her out about it. But you know, Sharon is still gonna look at you like you got two left eyes or or like a horn on your forehead, and still just say, "Well, I'm gonna go ahead and go with it anyway." You know, it's. But you got to remember too, Victor was very appealing in his offer.
Well, I mean, come on, powerful. I mean, what money?
Very
and
appealing.
Victor is the most powerful man there. I mean, Tucker is rich, billionaire. Jack is a billionaire, but nobody has the status that Victor.
Right,
you know,
he's running
Victor
the
is the
jail.
man.
How he in the jail running it like he the kingpin? Behind the bars.
But at least Adam picked up on that, you know.
Oh, did he?
When he was talking to Tucker, he said, you know, why do you think you won't be in this position and what have you? And he said, my father, he's running things from the jail just as if he was sitting here. And I'm like, okay, this was really something. But now I don't understand why Tucker gave Nick the job so quick. You know, Adam asked Tucker for a job, and he said he had to think about it. That was what Adam was wanting to return to get.
But you know, you got to deal with Adam. You know, nobody wants a weasel in their company, and then you breaking him down. He doesn't see what you did to your own father. Why would I want to bring you into my company? But Nick is a loyal part that he feels would, you know, bring some beneficial situations to the company. You know, still, it may be one of those little hoax to get both of the boys and Turner. I still believe that Tucker will go gun it in for Victor eventually again.
Oh, definitely so. Because now Tucker knows that his wife, you know, she still have a soft spot for Victor, right? Well, that's my daughter's father.
Exactly.
But he's looking beyond that. You know, you have that protective thing there for him a little more than your daughter's father.
Right,
you know?
right.
If you watch the eye contact.
Right. It really does. But what do you think? What do you think his plea is to Brett? You think he's going to get both of them on there? Because he didn't give Adam an answer. You think Adam's going to actually sell Beauty and Nature to Jack? I think he's going to bait Jack. I don't think he's going to give it to him. Because Jack ain't going to want to work with him. Jack is not going to want to bring him on the company. That's the biggest thing. I'll give you this for that.
Well, see, he just want to sell it to Jack for the highest bidder. But he haven't made a play for Jack. Now, see, with Tucker, he wants something for that.
Right.
Jack, I think he's have Jack dangling on a string. But Tucker knows that Adam, you know, he's the one stole the biz before.
Right.
Way back, you remember?
Right.
And all of that.
Right.
So Tucker knows Adam is Adam is Victor's son. What can I say?
Yeah, Adam is definitely Victor's son. Now, this is my only thing when I go back to the Sharon and Victor thing. It just seems like it would be disgusting for Victor to be able to kiss on somebody that was like he watched grow up and was married. Like, that just seems kind of gross to be in an intimate relationship with her. No, that don't seem kind of gross. It just watching him kiss her just didn't.
It seems for the average eye. But I think he's trying. He doesn't really care for Sharon. I mean, he cares for like a daughter,
right?
But not as a lover.
Not as a lover. Right.
He's doing this because of Adam. He's controlling Sharon, protecting Sharon from Adam. Or he hates Adam. That okay, you cannot have everything you want.
Right.
And I think you really like Sharon in your own way. And so I'm going to come in and make sure she stays away from you because she is Mrs. Victor Newman now. I think he's more...
he's going to blow up when he hears that news. Oh, God, he is going... Because, see, he didn't see that one coming. Definitely didn't think his daughter, Sharon would go there. You know,
right.
you know.
He was surprised at Sharon.
Oh,
and
man.
Especially when he said, I'm next to you, I'll call the police and like Sharon, like, oh, yes, you know. So it's like Sharon is surprising. They know she has a weak mind,
right.
but she's really surprising, you know, the rest of the family.
She's surprising everybody with that one.
I'm not sure if it's like Victor gets what he wants or she is. Well, I really think it's for power. You know, I can be Mrs. Victor Newman, and they said I do. And she dressed up and had the flowers.
Wow, and
you know.
Wow,
so it's really something to look at. But you know what? It's puzzling me, and maybe you have a take on it. Who's behind bringing the young lady there with the baby for Billy and Victoria?
I'm still trying to figure that out.
It was Victor, but
right.
She's speaking to someone else.
Right. She's not speaking to him, not that casually. I mean, yeah.
Right. It is like, I need money. You know, Victor was hiding. You would have your money.
Right.
You know,
right.
You would have all your needs.
He got Patty Face fixed to come do a job. So. And
she was just shocked when Billy said, oh, you moving in with us. And, you know, their house is like homey, you know.
Right,
they're not on that large scale of finery with the house with the picket fence, you know. And he said, oh, you going to live in here with us. And like, duh. I mean, you know, so she's after money, and you're going to pay me off and all of that. So the writers are very, very good. They're really keeping us looking. I said that.
They are. And, you know, and I think
excitement.
I think it's interesting, too, that, you know, the way they're going about it, instead of having a surrogate mother, why not just take this chick that's sitting right there? Because they know they'll be able to get her parental rights taken from her because of her behavior, you know, and trying to sell the baby and all that other things. So they know they'll be able to do that. It's already, you know, Billy's baby, and he said that the reason why he was attracted to her because it reminded him of Victoria, and so that made her think, well, at least that way it'll be a child that's yours, you know what I'm saying, and ours because I'm your wife, and we can raise it the same way.
I can see that part of the strip. But I'm just wondering if she's going to go along with that. I mean, was it because similar that Chinese doctor, that doctor in there, I don't know, you know, Victoria's in there trying to have a baby. So I'm not sure, you know, they have made so many trickies with who's the baby and who's that. Right. I'm something right there is kind of shady right there, but it's very... It's in the back. We got to see what's going to happen because she really went there to get money. Right. And I don't know if she was going to get the money, then it was going to put the baby on the market.
Talking about $3 million. I think
that's what's going to happen. Knowing that they wanted to adopt. Right. And she was going to get paid off to be quiet. And then they was going to recircle the baby back around for more money. Wow. You know, that adopting scheme, you know, for more money.
Okay, so... Harmony, how do you feel about her working at the beauty at the magazine? Do you think that's a good fit for her? Is it believable for you? Like, what is your feelings on that, Harmony?
Well, she's a very smart person, right? And being a very smart person, I think it's going to be a benefit for Mrs. Chancellor in trying to get. To get the evidence that they need and kind of bring them together. Now, I don't know if it's going to be, it could backfire in a sense, because Tucker's getting close to her. Right. She's getting close to her son, Devon.
And he's so sensitive.
So something has got to come there. Something's going to kind of backfire there. I think she's honestly trying to, you know, be that mom and go straight. Right. But she's a good actor. Yeah. She's very good.
And they did, like I said, they make his character, Devon's character, so sensitive. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just so... he's so touchy-feely all the time, just so cry and whine about everything. Like, when he don't get his way, he just pout and have a hissy fit.
Well, you have to go back and just think of his past and all of that. So,
but he been with Drusilla and them.
A tough go at it.
That's true.
And actually, he like honoring Neil as his father. You know, he raised him. But I don't think he was too happy with Neil marrying Sophie and the baby and all.
But I mean, that was trifling.
With it, but I don't think he really genuine. I think that was like, wow.
Yeah, that's like, what are you doing to family? I mean, regardless, like, I know Malcolm would never expected that, you know, he actually felt in love with Sophia when he met her on his own terms. How would you come and, you know, just because you had a run-in with my wife, you know, just because we didn't work, how could you even turn around and go and marry her? I understand you raised your child, it happened. But he didn't turn and try to go get Drusilla. And speaking of Drusilla, I just really, really, really wish they bring her back. Did she come back not knowing what's going on or something? Like she got amnesia, she don't know who she is. You know what I'm saying? And then they could. She is one person that has left the show that I have always wanted to come back.
Yeah, she had such a pleasing personality, and she was street smart, as you would say.
And her and Phyllis.
You couldn't play her. As they said, they would play the player. You couldn't play her. She caught on right away, and she, you know.
I miss her
so maybe they will, because I mean, you know, she fell off the cliff and all of that, everybody, so she could return. You know,
that's what happened with Malcolm when he left that one time. He came back with like Scruff McGruff. He disappeared. You know, and that, remember, you got lost in that situation, and they thought he was dead, and then he comes back. You know, all these years and stuff later. So I really wish they would bring him back. But I think, you know, I think it's cool. I wonder if they're going to bring that plot together where Tucker and Harmony start working more together. I'm really trying to see how they're going to tie that relationship in. He's still not giving Catherine no room to do nothing yet. He's still cutting her off.
No, because, but see, Harmony is going to work with Tucker. How do you think Devon is gonna? You can work this with your son, and you and your mother is at odds.
Right.
So you know there needs to be an example there.
Right.
So,
right.
I don't know how that's gonna wind up. There needs to be an example there.
You know what? I could see her being that kind of role that will put it, because he was just like, why would you not give it to Catherine? Why would you give it to me? And she's just like, because you his father. You know what I'm saying? Like, I told you if I would have known that you was his father the first time, you know, or no, not that you know, but she did know.
She did.
She knows. She just didn't.
You know, his
role
manager and all. They pushed her. No, he was this big king. You lose. You know, no. They didn't even give him the message. They intercepted the message and all of that, and just pushed her off as wow. So she went back to those. You know,
that's right.
The streets, you know.
But I think it's going to be difficult, though, for Tucker and Catherine, because Catherine did start going a little far when she was trying to get his marriage annulled. I mean, business is one thing, but when she went...
Well, she did. Now, she really, when he was ill, she her strip kind of surprised me.
She was vicious.
I'm so happy she's back. Oh, God, I love her. I'm so happy she's back. But I think that at that time... She was like, wow. I'm like, Catherine, please.
Catherine was being a little
She was kind of
extra.
having his back, but she, something deep down there, seemed like she was trying to destroy him.
Right.
You know?
You know, getting the company and selling it, trying to sell it back to Victor, and like all the different things that was going on. It was just like, whoa. Now I know. If I'm not mistaken, I thought the marriage thing that she was trying to do was just a diversion for her to get the other thing. But, I mean, it's still none of it worked out. She ended up losing it all anyway back, you know?
Yes, and then, you know, she was very unkind to Sophia in knowing that was her right. Instead of bringing her in and working with her, she just pushed her, you know.
Right,
wow.
very, like, rude with this woman that basically built
control.
it.
Well, that's what power does.
But who would have thought with her already having so much power, it was like you would think that she would have not been that way with this person's company. It was, so yeah, she broke a lot of trust, you know, and Tucker, so it's kind of hard to be like, yeah, I understand, but it's almost like, well, look, I'm not going to disrespect you. Why do I got to deal with you, though? You know, like, you know, we grown here. We all grown. Why do I have to deal with you when I trusted you enough to put you on my company? I mean, which is big. I mean, because that was a big trust for him to even do that with the, you know, the time of the relationship that they already had. You know, but he was looking at her business ethic that, you know, it's my mom. At least I know she'll have the best situation for the business being my mom. And she was really out for her own self at that time. So, yeah, it...
right. And then, too, she was going, well, right, I am the boss, you know. And she took it to a whole different level, you know, knowing that was her son.
Right.
Now, if she it realized at that time she knew it was her son, and so it wasn't like a businessman and I can take this over. So now, what do you think about Neil going back to work for her? Is that that's genuine, or she's trying to bring Neil back so she can get close to Devon?
No, it's genuine.
Now Devon can take, but Devon can take it a different way too.
Which
he's
is true.
softening up, but you know he's very suspicious.
He's very sensitive. But it's true. But did you see how when Catherine took his let me think about it, let's leave? You see how Catherine did her little last look around like, let me leave you in your little house and go back to my mansion since you want to just dismiss me. I mean, Catherine really gave him the high sedity, like, you don't want to work for me? Fine. She did her last little look around and slant like, oh, thanks, sure, thanks. You know, she said, Catherine, let me walk into the door. Sure, thanks. Like,
power. Wonder working power.
It was so genuine.
But you know, what's up with Jill? Jill hadn't been around lately.
Oh yeah, I noticed Jill hasn't been around lately. Now that you've said something,
she's been a little absent there.
You know,
so, but
vacation?
Now I tell you what, Genevieve is like, she is in love with Jack,
right?
But she is looking at Jack now. You know, her ex-husband Colin, but he's still married to her. But it's like, I thought I was really getting me a genuine businessman. But some of the deals and the things that Jack is saying now, she's like, do I really? You know what I mean?
Do you think? I didn't get that.
She's been very attentive to listening.
You know, I didn't get that just because, you know, she's a businesswoman herself. And like when Ashley came over to the table and she was like, didn't you see the new projections that I'm predicting? And she was just like, why, you know, and Ashley was like, why would you predict those? Those won't happen for another couple years. She was just like, well, Jack's over to go get Beauty or Nature as we speak. You know, so she seems like she is on board and understands what she's getting herself in.
She's on board now, but then with Jack, some of his business deals, she's like, you all are family. Now, remember, she's a family oriented. She really go for family. And she's like, you actually should know. Oh, you was against it, and Jack is still. She didn't actually say it.
You're talking about when they were all at the table.
Oh, you was really against it, and she thinks she is sharing news. You know?
Right. Okay, you're talking about the table.
She's a businesswoman, but she's looking at that entwined twangle, that business thing under there.
Yeah. Now, the thing I don't like about Genevieve right now is that she's acting so stupid to this Patty thing. Why would you want a maid around you that is acting that way? Like, that is just not even normal, it seems.
No. She is so trustworthy of her.
How?
See, she trusts her. And she's like, you know, she's insecure because of the burning and of this. And she doesn't know. She knows how people can scheme and do, as she could say, thinking her husband is around all of the things.
She don't know on that level of genuinity.
So she can't pick up on Patty ways. It's like, oh boy, she's really insecure about the fire and the bombing.
Right, and it could be her fault. So she's a little bit more easier because she did explode in her house. So and she's like, the fact that she stayed.
She you know.
That's gonna hurt.
She has no reason at this point to be thinking she's behind all of this.
That's gonna break her trust big time when she finds out that Patty was trying to kill her this whole time. Like, her mind is gonna be blown away when she finds out like that. She's gonna be completely blown away when she finds that out.
Well, you know, she has a nerve problem as well, so I don't know where it's going to take her.
Yeah.
I don't know where it would take Genevieve.
Definitely.
But it keeps us looking, and I don't know. Kang and Lily they're back together. The children are good,
right?
But something there is
something got to come back and rock the boat.
Something's going to give there. That something's going to happen between that.
Right, something's got to come and rock the boat. But really quick, we want to just let everybody know we are still here at the AfterBuzz studio. Everybody, we're live and in full effect, as we always do. We are the Y&R recaps, the Young and the Restless recaps. Make sure that you tune in. Starting next week, you could definitely tune in, starting Monday actually, at AFTERBUZZTV.com. Go to AFTERBUZZTV.com and you'll be able to see all of us here and all of our glory live. But then right now, you can actually check us out, of course, on Ustream. That's ustream.tv/AfterBuzzTV. And definitely call us in at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. Now, we're going to take us straight back into our topics really quick and just, round it up before we go into predictions. Now, you were saying, just to slide back in, Granny Z, what is the situation with Kevin and this Angelo's daughter mess?
The daughter is in love with Kevin, and she's trying to stay around Kevin so Kevin can stay in love with her. So she's like plotting and plotting and plotting, but her plotting is coming to an end,
right?
Because
Gloria
is working it. Now, Gloria's not that much in love with that man.
You think
Gloria is kind of, no, Gloria, he has the money. He paid,
that's what she
sees. Place back.
Right.
But Gloria is playing him.
You think so?
Oh yes. I think she is, because, Gloria is keeping him, on the string. But then she said, oh, no, I want a court. Let's take it to, Gloria usually, but she's stretching it out because she really doesn't know where Kevin is. Look, but Kevin's not getting in contact with her.
Gloria said, you make me feel like a lady and a broad all at the same time. And that's kind of different.
You're making me feel classy and cheap. But she played both parts so well.
When she said that, I was like, Gloria is too funny the way she looked up at him and said, I never had it happen before, but it's kind of interesting.
It is. But when she looked around, she said, all these people in this place seem to have a disability. But you know what it is? They've been in fights. It's not so much they born with a disease. They've broken arms on crutches. If you don't do what I said, you got a broken arm, a broken leg. I mean, that's gangster style. So, and he's head on that. So Gloria is like,
that is
okay.
Funny.
But Nikki really played it with that dress, though. She didn't want to talk to. She said, oh, that's a beautiful dress.
Yeah.
Where did you get that dress? Boy,
she did.
She fell right into
she
that.
Did she? She's like, go, love you, tell a girlfriend to get it from. Well, since we girlfriends, cute. I mean, she fell right into it.
Oh, boy.
With her eyes open.
Come out personally and design the dress. She said, what did you, But anyway, it's very, the writers are great. They keep you looking.
They are.
And it's the greatest soap opera in. Oh, boy.
And Granny, I'm so glad they brought back the original Jeffrey, because I did not like that other Jeffrey. He did not seem like he fit with Gloria.
God. He was like kind of the lady that was standing in for Mrs. Chancellor.
He did not look like...
Some parts fit in, but some
was
like, oh, wow.
This other Jeffrey can play the wimp to Gloria, and, if he needs to. That other guy did not look like the wimpy, the soft kind of easygoing, my wife pays the bills, her kind of guy. It just didn't fit him. So I was happy when I saw them find them. They bump into the squatter. I know too much about squatting. People, if you out there squatting, get up and leave. Pay your bills.
But I wonder why they leave. It's because that's the daughter of the gangster, or you got to get back to Gloria quick, or whatever. I knew he was out there trying to make a fire, but I had no idea he was the one in the cabin, But
I really think that he's gonna come. Somehow he's gonna come back, because Angelo put him out there to basically, I guess, die. So he could. I guess he was plotting for Gloria the entire time. From what it was seeming, and he was gone long enough to find, but it's gonna mess up everything when it's gonna mess up everything when he comes back, because Gloria is still in love with him,
Oh, yes.
But it's gonna totally mess up everything.
That's why she keep putting Angelo off. You know, I like your money. I like what you're doing. But wow, you as a person, forget it.
Right.
So she's gonna string him as long as she can. And then I don't know if Angelo she wants. His daughter, she gets what she wants when she whines. So she's, oh God, she's playing her part well.
she got poke Kevin, but she got poke. But he's actually probably starting to like her because he never married old girl, right?
No, right. Yeah, she the one, you know, said they had to run for their life, and this former boyfriend was out to kill all of that, you know.
Right.
So it's very interesting to see how that's part going to be worked in.
Yeah, it is definitely very interesting to see how they're going to definitely maneuver that in. So really quick, what we're going to do is we're going to take you straight into our AfterBuzz commercial plug. Again, everybody, definitely, we are AfterBuzz TV. We are Young and the Restless, the Y&R recaps. We're going to take you straight into commercial plug. We'll be right back on our own AfterBuzz TV.
AfterBuzz TV. Hi, I was once like you, a lazy, angry loner whose only joy was watching TV and surfing the net. And, like you, after I'd see one of my favorite TV shows, I'd be so excited and have so many questions that I'd actually have to talk to my douchebag coworkers about it at the water cooler. Then I discovered AfterBuzzTV.com. AfterBuzz TV produces after-show webcasts and podcasts for TV series of all kinds, like post-game wrap-up shows for all your favorite TV shows. AfterBuzz TV hosts are industry insiders who break down episodes of shows, take calls from fans, and interview cast and crew from each series, with over 60 different after-shows, from Boardwalk Empire to American Idol to Vampire Diaries to Real Housewives, and more. Now, after a night of TV, I can ignore my stupid coworkers, who I hate, and go straight to my desk and watch or listen to all my favorite AfterBuzz TV after shows, and have all the TV fan interaction I need. Thank you, AfterBuzz TV.
AfterBuzz TV. What do you want to buzz about?
What are you gonna buzz about? Well, what we're gonna buzz about where we're back is going into predictions. It's prediction time.
And now, your AfterBuzz
Wow.
TV.
I feel the energy changing. Things are moving. And we're gonna go straight into the Granny Z reports. What's going on, Granny Z?
Oh, well, the prediction, I think Phyllis, be quiet. Shh. Oh, I think Phyllis is going to be pregnant with Roman's child.
Do you think so?
Yes, I think so.
Oh,
she's really playing with Nick. I mean, she really liked Nick, and Nick is falling, but I think it's gonna. I don't think that's gonna be smooth sailing. I think either Phyllis or her sister. It's gonna be a
something
child
different
involved there. I don't know. Right now, I don't speak, but I think it's gonna be Phyllis.
Oh, that's a good one, Granny. That's a good one.
Yeah,
well, what else you got for us?
And I think that Patty is she's getting nervous and she's gonna overreact, and then she's gonna bring more attention to herself, unless she really get herself together and come back as the doctor. I'm still predicting that's what she's going to do.
I'm thinking that's what she's
really
going to do.
Now.
Right. It's pushing to that limit to where we got to see why did Dr. Peterson come on in the first place. It has to bring that back in somehow. Right. Yeah.
And they'll bring her back in, and I think that's how she's going to get in that house. You know, that's why I think she hesitated going in, and I think this is how they're going to bring her in, and then she will get between Jack and Genevieve.
But you still but that's the only thing to that is when she comes back as Dr. Peterson, Genevieve's going to be like, you look just like my maid Myrna. You know, like almost a spitting image.
Well, she don't play that as always, too, as always this. Now, she might have her hair blonde again. Remember, Patty went blonde for a while.
Okay.
But you can't. Well, Dr. Peterson have black hair also.
Right.
That's gonna be something to watch.
Right. Any other predictions, Granny Z?
To pay close attention to.
Right, definitely. Any other predictions?
Well, right now those are the hottest one, and I think I think Victor will have the wedding annul. I suppose Sharon is going to be out there like floating again. Because he's really was doing all of that for Nikki and getting back at Adam.
But I don't think she signed a prenuptial this go around.
No, not to my knowledge.
Not to my knowledge.
Michael was in and out, so we really can't say.
Right. But they normally show that because when Diane signed a prenup. The only one I ain't never see him sign a prenup with was like Nikki or, or Sharon's, because he already, I guess he feels like she's already a part of the family anyway. There's no way she's going anywhere regardless. So maybe he don't feel like he has to have it. That's definitely interesting. Well,
I think Sharon is just a little naive person. They working her, yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely working her. Well, that's what we have, everybody. That was our predictions. And everyone, that's the close of the show. It's been such a great show, everyone. As we always do, make sure you keep your mind right, your body tight, and where the mind goes, the body follows. Granny Z, we appreciate you coming in for another week. And everybody,
appreciate you all, and get your peace.
Definitely, and everyone, definitely keep your eyes out for our next show coming up next. Is on the Oprah recaps. We're going to be talking about I Have a Dream. It's the weekend of I Have a Dream. Dr. Martin Luther King. All of us have a dream, and it's all about understanding how to put those words out there. So make sure you stay tuned next at 4:15 on right here, AfterBuzz TV for On the Oprah recaps. Street Doctor DJ, Dr. Phil, we appreciate you, my brother, for holding it down for us. Thank you, like always.
No problem. Thank you.
All right. And everybody, and to all of our fans out there, definitely check us out on iTunes. Go to iTunes and search AfterBuzz TV. Click on the YNR recaps, the Young and The Restless recaps. We love you, and definitely make sure that you're tuning in.
I even have something easier for you guys.
What's up?
Now you can just go to the website. It has our schedule. It has all your shows, and from there, it's a one-stop shop for all these places.
Okay, well, go
to make it easier for you. We're making it easy.
AfterBuzz. So you're saying go to AfterBuzzTV.com.
That's correct.
Just go to AfterBuzzTV.com now, folks, and let's make it easier. One-stop shop. Do all the downloads, all the clicking, all of the action right there. So stay tuned next week when we bring back to you YNR recaps. Peace.
From producers Kevin Undergaro and Phil Svitek, engineer DJ Jesse Janity, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. If you have questions or comments, be sure to buzz us at info@AfterBuzzTV.com. And you can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter by searching for AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.